Welcome to episode 77. It's a beautiful day and I'm at a park in front of a church here. Today's episode is about opera in Galveston, Texas, of all places, with a production assistant, Vittoria Bellini, the great-granddaughter of the man who created the operas in Catania, Bellini. She was married to a friend of mine in Houston, Andy, and we worked together in films, Vittoria and I. She was a production assistant, and there was an opera house in Galveston, Texas that was built trying to duplicate La Scala. Yeah, so we decided, and it was modern, had all the amenities. So we decided to use it to film the opera. So this is being sponsored by you via buymeacoffee.com. You can see my link up here. Buy me a coffee or a wine or a beer. This is we're sitting around here. I'm talking, so buy me a drink. Okay, €5. You can see the link above. It's buymeacoffee.com/Derek DERIK RAWSON, but you do an R instead. Derek Rawson. Okay, with an R. And also I have a corporate sponsor, Synostics.com. It invented a wonderful machine, a device that you can see a picture of here, and you put it under your feet, and it exercises a muscle in your lower leg called the soleus muscle, which aids the heart. It's a pump, just like the heart is, and it moves all the fluids in your lower limbs up to your upper body, so your heart doesn't have to work as hard. It lowers your blood pressure, and also it increases blood flow in your brain. After 6 months, no more cognitive decline. It reverses cognitive decline. How about that? Pretty good deal. If you want to know more about it, the man to talk to is Bruce Badeau, Badeau. He's at Outlook.com. Bruce Badeau at Outlook.com. He has a 281 area code number. You can see it above in his picture. And he'll tell you the details about it. We're taking the company worldwide. So we're looking for money and people, around the world. This machine is out there. It exists. It's working. Synostics is an existing company. But we just want to expand it. And, of course, it takes time and money to do that. So that's my corporate sponsor. What happened at the Opera House in Galveston, Texas, which Vittoria found for me, which was wonderful. I was doing a film on opera, and she says, well, you should try to use this opera house in Galveston. And she lived in Galveston with Andy, my friend, who's from Houston. And they had a house in Galveston, so she knew Galveston very well. So she got it for us, and I went in there, and I was the cameraman on the deal. And it was an opera singer. Her name was Lois, and she was singing the operas. And I was up in the balcony filming the long shot. And this is a funny part. I thought I'd tell you. And she's using Lois is using a wireless microphone, of course, and she's in costume singing. They're doing the opera in the theater, and this is in the afternoon just for us. And Vittoria is right beside me watching all of this, and she starts crying. And I said, Vittoria, why are you crying? And she says, oh my God, when I hear my great-grandfather's music, it makes me cry. And I went, right, of course, So that was a good part. The funny part, though, is that the star of this production, Lois, she took a break, and she went into, off stage. And but she left her wireless microphone on. And the wireless microphone was broadcasting on the film and throughout the auditorium, whatever she did. And guess what she was doing in the ladies' room? Mixing a drink. You could hear the ice clinking, and it was really funny. And she had to have a drink to help her perform better. So Vittoria and I, we started laughing. It was really crazy. But it was a great adventure making the film, and a lot of fun. I had a good time. And Vittoria is a great production assistant. She'd done that for other people besides me, so she knows the film business. So that was my story about filming an opera in Galveston, Texas, and why we filmed it there instead of in Italy. It was going to be filmed in Italy, but we decided a modern production house available in Galveston, Texas is a much better deal, since we were both operating out of Houston at the time. So that's the end of my story here. This is episode 77. And like I said, you can help me. Buy me a drink. Buy me a beer or coffee or wine. And you do that by going to Buy Me a Coffee. The link is also below. If you can't remember, just click on it and it'll take you to my page. And you can buy me a coffee for $5 or 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever you want. You can also send me a fixed amount of money. And then if you want to help me for free, which is what most people like to do if they do it at all, is you can subscribe to this channel. You can share it and show your friends how crazy I am. You can make a comment and ask me some questions, and I'll talk to you about anything you want to talk about opera, making the film, Galveston, how it went. And on Facebook, Instagram, X, and of course YouTube. And if you're on the YouTube application, at the top you'll see at the end of this video there's things you can click on. If you just want at the top right, click on that and it subscribes you automatically. It doesn't cost any money. It just tells you when I have my next video coming up. That's all it does. Then there's one on the left, the top left, and that is a link that I can send you to that's related to this one. And then on the bottom left is a link that plays my podcast from 77 all the way down to 1. It's called a playlist. And you see a list, you can choose what you want to look at. Also, you can listen to all of them if you want to. So those things will increase my viewership. Any activity on this channel increases viewership, and of course in the long run that's good for me. But I'm not waiting for YouTube to pay me money. I am, but it's going to take a long time, of course. So, and it changes. So that's why I'm using Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is used by all of the YouTubers. It's safe, it's good. They have 1 million consumers. Puts money directly in my bank account. So that's how that works. Okay, so that's the end of episode 77. And I'll give you a shot of the church here. We've got a delivery truck just pulled up in front of it, of course. Just amazing how things like that happen, right? So anyway, so have a great day. It's the end of episode 77.